Akame got killed. Episode 10, Kill the Temptation. I definitely love this episode because we got to see the Jaegers taking on their first mission. We got to see Esdeath coming on to Tatsumi like the whole episode in her like love mode, which I thought was really funny, and just her like the whole veteran scene with her is just like the whole time I'm just like this is a really weird situation for him, and also I couldn't stop staring at Esdeath because she's basically in typical anime fashion, like 0.2 inches away from just being full on breasts out. But I like this episode because not only did it have its really funny moments, but we got to see more of the Jaegers, which is obviously the counter night raid. That's totally what they are. My favorite thing though was definitely Wave being even more the exact opposite of Tatsumi because he has the. We find out actually that Tatsumi's Imperial Arms is actually the prototype to Waves, which kind of makes me wonder how he got it. Maybe I guess he got it from Esdeath once he joined because he technically didn't have it before. But it was really awesome, and I was thinking like, I wonder if theirs are gonna be the same because he put out a blade, and I thought maybe it would because his name is Wave. I thought they would seriously give him something water based, but they kind of do because he is a, as he put it, a man of the sea or something like that, and his is blue and stuff like that. But it was really cool. I love that little fight. He didn't realize that it was Tatsumi, but I think the next time they meet, especially based on the end of this episode, they will know 100% like, oh, it's, Tatsumi's a part of Night Raid. And I thought he recognized that when he first ran into him. I thought he knew that it was Tatsumi. And then he was like, defeating a member of Night Raid is far more important than finding Tatsumi right now. And I was like, okay, so he doesn't realize that it's Tatsumi. But this was pretty good. And Tatsumi, he says like one on one he doesn't think anyone's stronger, but he definitely wasn't about to win that fight. And he was trying to escape the whole time. And I'm like, he should probably just fight. But he has this. It's Tatsumi as like a hero. Even he saved Wave, even though he knew that this guy was basically on the opposite side of the fence. And he saved his life without even thinking about it. He saved him from those living trees that they just chopped up, which apparently they're edible versions, as Wave mentioned. It's like, these don't look edible like the other ones. I was like, like the edible trees. But either way, it was a very cool scene. The two of them together was definitely funny. Tatsumi, this whole episode was really funny because he's like, it's serious 1 second because it's like, I gotta escape and I gotta get to Night Raid. I gotta tell the guys everything that I know. And then it's like, as Death, puts her hand on him like the first time when he's like, this is my chance to escape. And he's like, well, crap, now I can. And then the whole bedroom scene was really funny. And even the stuff after that, when he was talking with Wave. And at first he's like, I don't really get how we're alike. And then Wave, they have the stuff where he's seeing the Jaegers and then Tatsumi sees Night Raid. And he's like, I totally get it. We're almost like brothers. And it was just really funny. And I enjoyed all that stuff. And I like getting to see these characters. We learned that the really big guy has actually been married for 6 years, which really sucks because I don't know if he's gonna live. But I mean, they're all like, just the way this show is. We know the truth of how everything plays out, and we know that these people, from their point of view, from the Jaeger's point of view, they see Night Raid as the villains because it's like, oh, these people are just assassinating other people for no good reason, but it's really because these people are corrupt in the government and they're hurting more than helping, and that's why they have to, kind of get to the top and take out the minister, whatever his name is. And that's just not what the Jaegers see, so they only see villains. And, Wave had like the exact same reaction, sort of, as Seiryu. Like, she obviously went a bit crazier, when it first happened with her, but with Wave, it was the same thing. It's like, they're very passionate about this. They went to Esdeath to join this team to take out Night Raid and take out other bandits, and that's what they do. So there is no, oh, I don't want to do this or anything like that. They have these insanely strong convictions about, you guys are the bad guys because you were assassins and you kill people at random, and that's how they see it. They don't know the darker side of those people. They don't know that they're, kidnapping whoever or raping and stealing from people and this and that. They don't know any of that stuff. They just know, oh, this is a general, this is this person, this is that person, and that's all they see. So I like every time they have that reaction where someone meets Night Raid, it's so much anger. It's like, oh, I didn't see that coming, because they are all just normal people, but when they meet their rivals, everyone's senses are just like shot straight to the top, and it's like, you're evil and I have to kill you. Because this isn't the type of like, oh, we're gonna battle show. This is like, I have to kill you to save everyone else. That's basically how it's done in the show, and I love that. But knowing how everything goes, it's like, man, it sucks, because I like the Jaegers, I like the characters. The only one I don't like so far is Akame's sister, because she actually seems pretty evil. And Wave is just like, obviously the silly guy, and so is Seiryu. But they're very similar. It's like when they see, once they get to like, oh, these are the bad guys, they get real serious. And even the big guy with his flamethrower and stuff, which is very cool. His flamethrower, his actual weapon, looked like a shark. Like the gun that actually shot the flames out just looked like a shark to me. And I was like, that's actually really, really sweet. We got to see Akame's sister, I totally forgot her name. We see her just chopping people up, so she's just slicing through people. There was like no blood, and I think that's the trick to the blade, is that it's so sharp that you can't even bleed, which I think is actually kind of awesome. But she slices through people. I was like, it wasn't too big of a deal. It's like we've seen Akame kind of do it. I guess she hasn't really sliced a bunch of people. We've seen Tatsumi do it, for sure. But, that was pretty cool. My favorite, of course, was Seiryu, though, because aside from the stuff with Wave and Tatsumi at the end, just because it's like even more parallels and it was just really freaking awesome. With Seiryu, when I saw that scene, I was like, I have to just go back and read the manga now, because I need more information on how and what she is, because I'm wondering if she's human at this point. Because when she first was in the fight and she got her arms chopped off and stuff, she had guns like where her elbows are. She had guns. She had a gun in her mouth. So I'm wondering what the heck is the deal, because I don't think that's a part of her Imperial arms, that it's just a little dog. But maybe it is. I don't know. And then when she's going like full Mega Man and she's like, change, and then she has a giant drill, then she has like a cannon, come off her arm, which is super cool, because I was like, what the heck is she doing? I thought she was just going to have the dog eat people up. Like, okay, that's going to be really crazy and bloody. And then I know in the previews they have a thing where she has like a mace with the spikes on it, on like a giant mace on a chain that she like whips at people during some random scene where she kills a bunch of people. I don't think that was this episode unless I missed it, because it would have been like a 2-second scene, but I'm pretty sure I didn't miss that she only used like the drill and the gun. And it was just like, change, boom, here's a drill, boom, here's a cannon. So I was like, I need to read the manga to understand her character 100%, because every time, like, the first time, it was really crazy. Like, what the heck? She has guns and stuff in her body, but she freaked out when her arms got chopped off. So it's not like she's a robot, she's a human, but she had guns in her arms. So I don't know if that's technology, but if that were the case, then she would have had flesh arms still, because they would have just rebuilt her arms in flesh, but now she has metal arms. So I'm still very confused. If you guys know the answer, please just tell me, because it's driving me insane now that I've just seen the episode. But I definitely love it, because she did that and he bit her arm off. I thought she did that because she had the gun underneath and she was just going to shoot the people, and then he just basically spit the arm back out and they would just reconnect. And then he lets go and a freaking drill comes out and she just annihilates people. Way cooler than what I was thinking. So I definitely loved it. But great episode. Tatsumi makes his escape. He gets back to the team. And then Mr. Fantastic or Magical, whatever that guy is, he finds them at the end of the episode. So we're going to get Night Raid versus the Jaegers. If not in the next episode, it would have to be the one after. But I would assume it's going to be the very next episode, unless the next one is going to be like a crazy chase scene, which I hope it's not. I hope it's just flat out they encounter each other. If that's the case, someone's going to die, so I kind of don't want that now. I just thought about that because it's coming a kill, so not guaranteed that all the heroes will survive. But either way, love this episode. Very cool to get, a story with the Jaegers. I was glad it kind of ended at the end of this one, although admittedly I would have loved to have seen another full episode with the Jaegers, but, it has to continue on. I'm sure, once again, it's the thing in the manga, because you can tell in this anime, like, I've never really noticed it in other ones, but in this, you can just tell that there's a lot they had to cut out. Like, you can just feel it in how fast the episodes go. It seems too fast for this anime, and you can tell that there's so much more detail that you can check out in the manga. So it does make me want to read the manga even more, because I want to learn more about these characters, and I'm sure we'll get like the simple backstories and stuff, but you can tell that there's more time spent and maybe more dialogue and maybe just some more scenes in general. And if not, then that would be very surprising, and it really is just like an insanely fast-paced manga, but I think it's still ongoing right now, and there's the prequel manga going on at the same time. I don't believe Akame Kill is actually finished in the manga version, but I'm looking forward to the next one for sure. Definitely a nice little cliffhanger ending where they actually get spotted. That is the whole reason for the Jaegers, is to kill off Night Raid and other bandits, but Night Raid is like number one, obviously. So looking forward to the next episode. Don't know what's going to happen exactly with the Tatsumi Esdeath thing, but she did give her Jaegers permission to kill Tatsumi, but she did say that even if he's an enemy, she still prefers that he's brought in alive. So I was like, that was pretty interesting. She has this full drive, and it kind of seemed like she knew that he would end up being an enemy, because at the end she's like, after she talks to them out loud in her head, she's like, if they do kill you, Tatsumi, you aren't really the type of man worth going after anyway. You aren't really a true man. So it's like, I think she knows for sure, like, he's definitely evil. At least that's what she's leaning towards in her head, I think, is that he is going to end up being an enemy. But as long as he's powerful and he can survive, that's all she really cares about anyway. And I guess she'll just try to convince him and be crazy about it and try to make him like her as much as she likes him, because he stands up for stuff. And like their conversation about the Imperial Army and things like that, once again, where people are normal, they have those normal ideals, or they seem really normal and very mellow and chilled out. When Tatsumi mentions joining the Revolutionary Army, Esdeath instantly gets very serious. She slaps him and is like, the weak deserve to die and stuff like that. So obviously that's not going to work. I don't know how it's going to play out though, but I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I want to know what you guys thought about this episode, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts. And now that we've got a full-on episode with the Jaegers, we basically had two, because the last one really focused a lot on the Jaegers as well. That one was definitely half and half, and this one was 100% Jaegers until the very end. But what do you guys think about the Jaegers? We got a little bit more about them. We got the official fact that the one girl is Akame's sister, which hopefully I didn't spoil that for you guys, but it was insanely obvious because she was in the beginning and it was like she's related to her and stuff like that. So that was very obvious, is whoever you cared about most related to her. So we at least knew that for sure, but it's her sister. I would assume younger sister. She looks like she's a younger sister, I would have to assume. But they both have their katanas with their kanji on the bottom. It doesn't look like kanji really, it just looks like kind of squiggles, but I think it's meant to be some language written on the hilts of the katanas. But one is for poison, one is for just like sheer sharpness. So looking forward to them fighting. I still love her sister being really crazy about the cookies and stuff, like when Tatsumi's looking at her and he freaks out because she's looking super evil, and then she's like, stay away from my cookies. It was just really funny. But we learned a little bit about the Jaegers. We didn't get too much. We did get to see all of their powers officially, because the one person I really was curious about was the guy that had like the little feather in his hair, and he has like an angel type Imperial arms, or wing type Imperial arms, but he can use the wings as like bullets basically, and he just destroyed like those three people, and it was very cool. I like the way they did it, and I was like, of course, the blind kid is like the one who's the angel, who looks like an angel, but I liked his power. It's very simple, but it was also really, really cool, and it reminded me of the guy who has like the strings. It was obviously they're all kind of meant to be counterparts of certain characters, but in some way they're kind of meant to be counterparts of night raid. But I like this episode. Like I said, I do want to know what you guys thought about it, and of course, the Jaegers and getting a full episode and a little tiny bit more detail on them. Mostly their weapons is what we really got on everybody. But want to know what you guys think, so please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.